Hey, welcome back to another episode of It's a Football Thing. As always, I'm your host, the Balanced Blue RJ, joined by my fellow co-hosts, the returning trio, Scott the Gooner, Rob the Red Devil, all the way from down south, Ulladulla. Hope I didn't give too much away there, Rob. We'll start with you, my man. How you going?
Yeah, mate, bit cold in this room. I just came out from the other room where the fire cranking. It was nice and toasty. Now I've come to the back end of the house, so it's a bit cold. But I'm hoping you guys will fire up the chat tonight and keep me warm.
It was cold as Reece James, the real RJ. Scott,
Yeah,
over to you, mate.
Yeah, boys, I'm well back from Dubbo. Sorry I couldn't be with you on Tuesday. Trust me, would have loved to be here talking about a North London derby win and United getting smashed. But let's not go there. Let's not live in the past. Thursdays are future focused on It's a Football Thing. So I'm here, boys. I'm here, ready.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, lots to go through in terms of the big results in the UEFA Champions League, the English clubs proudly representing the Premier League. And of course, looking ahead to this weekend's blockbuster set of Premier League fixtures, particularly one in particular that we're looking forward to involving your team, Scott. So without further ado, let's get cracking.
That's it. Let's do this thing. Boys, I'm going to confess, obviously been away for a couple of days, bit of family time, have not caught any of the Champions League, bar the results and some highlights. So I'm going to leave the floor to you fellas. Is there anything you wanted to quickly comment on from the Champions League fixtures that you've seen so far? RJ, we know your boys played. You kick on, mate.
Sure. So obviously, proud Blues fan, Chelsea in a precarious position prior to this match. It was a must-win against the high-flying reigning Serie A champions, AC Milan, obviously rivals of my Inter team. It must be said that they were without a few players, so they weren't at full strength, but at the same time, we're also missing one player with 3 lungs, not 2 lungs, N'Golo Kante. But from start to finish, well, I'll give AC credit. They started off well the first 5 minutes, but after that, Chelsea came at them, were very confident, composed. We're really starting to find lots of spaces in between their midfield and defence. And the likes of Mason Mount, Raheem Sterling, Aubameyang were just terrorising poor AC Milan. And the first goal came actually from a set piece. So Thiago Silva, the Rolls Royce of football, 3 headers from a corner in a row. The third of it led to a save and then was scrambled away by Wesley Fofana. First goal for Chelsea. But then, sadly, he got himself injured about 10 minutes later. But second half, boys, Quickfire double goal. Aubameyang 2-2 now for Chelsea. Beautiful cross from Reece James. Great finish. And then again, the main man himself, Rolls-Royce Reece, finished off expertly. And at the end of it, a comfortable 3-0 win. So lots to like about that display. And yeah, now the prospect of our Champions League qualification is looking a lot more rosier.
Robbie, what fixtures or results stood out for you, mate? On a side note, I did find it interesting. There's obviously been some Matty Ryan beef at his new club. Him and the other goalkeeper, it's come out in public. It's not all roses, and he demanded a start, the opposing keeper, and conceded 5 goals to City. Not that you'd hold that against any keeper conceding against these guys, but that had a touch of humour for me. But what stood out for you, boss?
Oh, look, I think straight off the bat yesterday, 6-1 Napoli against Ajax, and mate. As me and RJ discussed this on Tuesday night, I've said that Napoli, both domestically and in European football this year, just flying the flag high. And look, they've come out, and this was away as well in Amsterdam. So to get a result like that, smash them off the park. They are really, like I said, I think they could be like, I said, don't think they're going to win it, but I think they'll be interesting to see what they can do in the knockout stages. RJ's other boys, Inter, that's a big result at the San Siro against Barcelona. So we're all cheering about that one.
Barcelona?
Yeah, that's right. They didn't unlock any extra levers to get that win. But yeah, who else we got here? Liverpool had a 2-0 win against Rangers. You know, it wasn't an easy game, but they put it to bed. Bayern smashed 5-0. They smashed the opposition 5-0. And today was pretty good. Obviously, Juventus got a much-needed win after having 2 losses off the bounce. They finally they got a 3-1 win, so that kind of helps them. They're still sitting in that Europa League position, but still 3 match days to go. Hopefully, they can possibly get to the top of that group. And Dortmund, I said the other night as well, I wanted Sevilla to get fixed up. Dortmund fixed them up 4-1 this morning, again in Spain. There was a red card for Sevilla, but that was after Dortmund was already winning in the game. But, yeah, look, Jude Bellingham as well, mate. I'm telling you, this guy next year, hot property, and he will be in the Premier League, I reckon, next year. Just it's going to be a bit of a bidding war. Who's going to get him?
What about Haaland, boys? He only got a brace this morning. He's
mate, can we not talk
He's
about
done.
him? He got hooked at half time, mate. That's how bad he was. And he scored too.
Did you see there's a petition going around to deport him from England because he's a robot? It has like 1 point. It had, I think, it was either 1 million or 100,000.
Did you see that stat that he's officially got 1% of Man City's goals, like in their history now?
It's mental. It's mental.
After like
crazy. Hey, also I want to give a bit of praise to my main man, Lionel Messi. Another cracking finish against Benfica.
Beautiful finish. They didn't get the result in the end against Benfica, but a great 1-1. But beautiful finish, man. That was straight off the FIFA park, mate.
Hazard-esque, mate. Hazard-esque.
Yes, it was.
All right, boys. Let's move on. Shano wishing me a happy birthday. Not today, mate. It's actually in 2 days' time on Saturday. So feel free to, shower me with love. But in saying that, Shano, I apologize for publicly wishing you a happy birthday today when I just wasn't reading properly. But boys, this weekend we have some cracking fixtures. Our tipping, I seem to keep thinking I'm tipping them right. Then I look at Daniel's scores and I keep falling further behind. I'm starting a petition, mate, to give Daniel the boot. He's doing me dirty. I'm just
PayPaling Daniel right now. Yeah, good work, Daniel. Keep it up, mate.
I'm just blaming corruption. But let's get these fixtures up and let's start cracking through these because we've got a lot to cover. Obviously, boys, we're going to keep these quick and some of them won't need too much time. But Bournemouth and Leicester kick off the round. Should be a cracker. Let's go with you, Robbie. What's happening here, mate?
Back-to-back wins for Leicester, mate. I'm going to go 3-1.
Wow, 3-1. You're finding the goals. What about you, RJ?
Yeah, I think Foxes win. Maybe not as generously, though. I reckon 2-1.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Leicester 2-1 as well. I like RJ's tip. Your boys, Roscoe, Chelsea, hosting Wolves. What's going to happen here?
Yeah, just quickly. So, obviously, a bit concerned seeing Wes Fofana walking off with crutches, so you can pretty much guarantee he's out for sure. Look, there's lots to like about us at the moment and lots to not like about Wolves. So that's obviously going to mean that Wolves are going to get a shock win. But now, in all seriousness, at Stamford Bridge, Potter ball is slowly taking effect. I'm feeling somewhat confident. I'm going to back us dangerously. I'm going to go 2-0 in the end. 2-0 to Chelsea.
Robbie, let's work our way down.
Yeah, look, Wolves haven't even got a manager, I don't think, at the moment. And just quickly on that, Lopetegui got sacked for Sevilla too today, so there could be a connection between them and Wolves possibility. But yeah, I think Chelsea at home. I reckon actually be a break for Aubameyang, so I'll go 2-0 as well.
Yeah, I'm 2-0 as well, make it a hat trick. Man City, boys, we're all going to go for Man City win. Just give me a scoreline, Rob.
I'm pretty sure I was talking to Tom. He said he's going to triple captain Haaland, so that means Haaland's going to score nothing this week. No, I'm joking. No, look, I think this will be 3-0 to City.
I'm going to go with 4-0 to City.
Yeah, I've used my wild card this week, so I'm going to go 4-0 to Haaland. I mean City, sorry.
Hey, a few people feeling it. Shano saying this could be the annual nine goal thrashing. Tom's calling Haaland 4 goals. It is a genuine possibility. We can't laugh at it. We literally can't laugh. Look at it in the chat, boys. So they may be talking me into that triple captain. But let's look at the next one. Shane, I would love to hear your prediction on this as well. Newcastle hosting Brentford. I think this will be tight, but at St. James's Park, I think Newcastle will have too much for the Bees. I'm going to go with Newcastle 2-1. Roscoe?
I don't know, mate. That's a bit of a wild card. I like what you're doing, but I'm confident in Newcastle, especially what they did against Fulham. I reckon they take this one. I'm going to go 2-1 to the Toon.
Yeah, isn't that what I said?
Yeah,
I thought you
isn't
said
that what
B.
he said?
Sorry, I thought you said the other way around.
No.
Sorry,
Come on,
No, I
mate.
was going
Pay
to say,
attention. Go
I
on,
like
Rob.
it.
yeah, no, I will make it the same 2-1 as well. Newcastle have been impressing me lately. Again, just once they get a really, really good attack, Isaac, when he comes back, I think they're really gonna keep going up that ladder. But at the moment, I think they can just edge this. I'll go 2-1 again. They've been impressing me.
All right, next one, boys. Brighton and Spurs. It's being played at the Amex. What's going to happen here, Rob?
2-2.
Wow. Okay. Oh, God, I'd love you to be right. I'd love that to be correct. What about you, RJ? Spurs to bounce back?
No way. Forget the Spurs. I don't think they will, to be honest. I think Brighton at the Amex. I'm feeling a bit bullish for the Seagulls. I think they're going to put the Spurs to the sword. I reckon they'll take this one 3-1.
I'm going to go 1-1 in this. Spurs were dreadful against us, and I'm hoping that we've really deflated them. Good start, boys. Good start of fixtures, though. Next up, we've got Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park hosting Leeds. This, I think, will be a good game too. Palace, inconsistent. Leeds, slow start, but are looking a little bit better. I am edging just towards Leeds in this, though. I am going to go with Leeds 2-1.
Is this at Selhurst Park as well, you said?
It is.
Well,
Feel free, Robbie.
a lot of people are jumping on Zaha as well this week for FPL. I'm gonna go a draw. I'll go 1-1.
Okay. What about you, Rostron?
Yeah, good point. Look, to be honest with you, we got a last gasp win against them. They held their own for large parts, although we were generally more dominant. I don't know if they play a similar way. I think against a team not as quality individuals as what Chelsea has, I think they have a strong chance of taking Leeds here. I actually think they're going to win this one. So, yeah, for me, Palace, I'll go 2-1. 2-1 to the Eagles.
It should be a close game, but Selhurst, they're always strong.
Okay, well, the next game, boys, is West Ham hosting Fulham. It's a London derby at the London Stadium in London. Yeah. I have no idea. Buy me some time, RJ.
Yeah, sure. I'm pretty confident here. West Ham have found a little bit of form. I know Fulham, obviously, very fragile last game against Newcastle. I do expect some response, but I think West Ham is slowly starting to find their feet. Skamaka opened up his account with a very fine finish. So I'm thinking him, Declan Rice and the crew, they're going to get up for this one at home. So, yeah, lock me in for a Hammers. I'll go 2-1 as well for this.
All right. What about you, Rob?
RJ couldn't have said it better. I agree with everything. 2-1 and everything you said plus Bowen.
Okay. Look, I'm going to go 1-1 draw here. I'm going to go 1-1.
Mitrovic possibly not playing either.
Yeah, I heard that.
It's so hard because he makes such a difference. Like if he plays, then 100%, I'm more confident in that draw. But if he doesn't, but I'm gonna say that the big Serbian will play. I'm gonna go 1-1, and Mitrovic will score for Fulham. Boys, this is the big one for me. The big one of this round. Arsenal Liverpool. It's at the Emirates. We've been in good form at the Emirates lately, but we have not been in good form against this Liverpool team. I'm never, ever confident against them. I actually can't remember the last time we beat them. I can't remember the last time we beat Liverpool.
You're a Premier League champion, Scott. Come on. This is easy.
We are. Look, the thing that scares me, and I'm getting flashbacks to Robbie doing the previews last week, saying how confident he was against Manchester City, and then seeing what happened there, because I feel the same way that Rob did about that. I actually feel like at the moment Liverpool just aren't all there, and we are all there at the moment. It's at home. We're pretty good with injuries. Their form's been dreadful. I think we can beat them. I'm actually saying that we'll beat them 3-2. I think there'll be goals because Liverpool always causes problems. If Jota plays, put money on him scoring. You take it to the bank. I told everyone that Harry Kane would score a penalty against Arsenal. It happened. Jota to score against Arsenal, but 3-2 is my hope. This is another big test for Arteta. We obviously stumbled against Manchester United. Now we have that big derby win. And if we can back that up with a win against Liverpool, because no matter what their form is, you beat Liverpool, it's a big scalp. So to do Spurs and then Liverpool would be a dream come true. And I'm going 3-2. I'm going 3-2. I think we're in good form. What do you think, Robbie?
Yeah, look, I do agree with you. I think out of the two, I don't think you guys have been fluking it. And Liverpool, for me, has got out of jail more than they've deserved to lately. This is true as well. No, look, I actually really
that
like
can't
where
be
you guys
right,
are going
though.
at the moment. I'm going to say 3-1 to the Gunners.
Ooh, I love it. I love it. RJ?
I don't know, man. I don't know about this comment either from Tom. Has a feel every United fan is praying for an Arsenal win. Look, I know that, but the thought of seeing Arsenal continue to build confidence and their arrogance and fueling the dream, I don't like that at all. The ideal result is a draw, and that's exactly what I think is going to happen here. I think this is going to be a 2-2 draw.
Could you imagine we won the league? I think I would be the world's most intolerable person. I would just get the gold patches. I would put them on every
I had to leave.
T-shirt, jersey, jacket. Mate, I think I would truly be unbearable. I reckon I'd be worse than Butcher with his cigar.
It's only been 20 years.
Man, I was a young whippersnapper. I was a lot lighter back then. So, yeah, God, you guys better hope we don't get this result because it'll be a big confidence boost to the team because Liverpool are in our heads. Yeah, there's an element of fear. I'm just hoping Arteta doesn't play You'll Never Walk Alone again or any of those gimmicks. Just go out there and get the bloody 3 points. We need them.
It'll be interesting, though, just on that. If Liverpool lose this match, wonder what that does for them. Like, psychologically, because they're already 11 points behind Arsenal. 14 points.
Look, it'd be interesting. I'd like to see it just to see what happens. Like, just, what Klopp does when he's got a bit of heat underneath him. And not just that, the only other positive for Liverpool is they've got a couple of days extra of rest. They played yesterday, they played Champions League. You guys have got to play Europa in the morning.
We've got a big match against Bodo Glint.
Are you guys away tomorrow as well or what?
I think so. I'm not 100%.
Yeah, just like the couple extra days rest and obviously the travel was the only kind of negative. But I still think you guys will beat them. Like, I watched their Champions League game yesterday.
Home tomorrow.
Well, that's a bonus as well. So yeah, at home, if you maybe rotate a bit, get a win, which you should, then you even be in better form going into this game, which is at a crap time, by the way. Isn't it like Monday 3:30 or something?
2:30 or something, right before my first day back at work. Brilliant.
I know.
Do you boys think that if we manage to win this match, when does the heat start being applied to Jurgen Klopp? Because managers, Thomas Tuchel, have been sacked for much less than this. Does the heat start getting put on Jurgen Klopp? Don't get me wrong. I think he's brilliant. He's done a lot for that club. He is well liked. He's entertaining. But no one's invincible in football. When does the heat start?
For me, not for a while yet. With Liverpool, I don't see who's better than him, a better candidate than him to come in. He's got a lot of credit in the bank with Liverpool. He's, like you said, he's very liked with the Scousers, in the city in general, with the players, with the staff. I think he'd really, really need to get quite a few. I don't think they're going to win the league, but, they've only won one league in 30 years anyway, so they're used to not winning the league anyway. So, unless they really...
I like how you had to throw that in there. You're trying to defend him, but you can't bring yourself to naturally do that.
No, look, it's true. Could you honestly see them sacking him? I reckon he could lose another 3 games on the bounce and he wouldn't get sacked.
I don't know. This is a funny one. Like, Thomas Tuchel, I felt was coming. Like,
that's Chelsea, but that's Chelsea for you, but.
Yeah, but here, I don't know. I don't know how much longer that credit in the bank's going to last. I think Liverpool fans have been nervous, and if they start dropping some points in the Champions League, then it could get real because they're used to being really good in one of those. But if they start slipping in the Champions League as well, it could be a big, big problem. I've got Anthony here in the chat. Anthony, welcome, mate. Forza Inter, he's still drinking salt. Look, we can all agree that Barca dropping points is a good thing for us. So welcome, mate. And make sure you check out his channel as well. It does some great content. Here we go. Rob talking simple facts. Only one title in 30 years. No bitterness. None whatsoever. RJ, when does the heat come on Jurgen Klopp? Does it come? Thomas Tuchel's a free agent.
Well, that's right. So there's a couple things here. So the context is Jurgen Klopp has given them their 1 in 30-year trophy, the Premier League, the Champions League, repeated finals. They've heavily invested in him over a long term. So obviously it's very different to Chelsea, where it obviously goes haywire very quickly and you're gone. So they've backed him for a long period of time to get them to where they are. They're a juggernaut largely because of his contribution, not on his own, but he's obviously a key figure. So that suggests to me that they're not just going to pull the cord on him when things go south for a little bit of time. However, in modern football, you see this quite often where there's a little bit of staleness. After a period of time, managers, clubs, they reach a ceiling, and sometimes decisions have got to be made that's best for all parties. And I even think it's something, I dare say, Jurgen Klopp might even be looking for a different project. So it could be one of those things where he's not fully invested. The players now no longer are fully buying into his methods. And it could be just one of those shake the hands and they both walk away, because you've got the likes of a Tuchel, the likes of Pochettino hanging in the wings. So it's not like Liverpool haven't got any insurance policies hanging in the background. It's just for Jurgen Klopp, where would he go? Because most teams, most clubs in the world would be blessed to take him on board. So it's definitely one to watch. I've said it a few times now. I could see him leaving the club this season, but yeah, we'll see.
All right, boys, let's move on because Robbie's team are playing this weekend too. Everton hosting Manchester United. I hope you appreciate, RJ, me putting old mate Frank on the thumbnail. And I put a happy Frank. I didn't put my grumpy Frank picture because he's slowly starting to improve this Everton team. They are looking much harder to beat. And considering how they entered the season, he's doing a good job. Robbie, it's your team, mate. Let's go.
Yeah, look,
It's at Everton, by the way. It's at Goodison Park.
Yeah, no, I know. Trust me, I know. So we don't have a great record there. That's yeah, I'm not confident in this one, to be honest. I know we've just got touched up by City on the weekend, and obviously we've got a Europa League match tomorrow morning, which I think we should breeze through, respectfully. But this game at Goodison is always a pain, and the way that they're coming to a little bit of form, they're not attacking amazingly. Like, they're not scoring millions of goals, but they're really impressing me with their defense. He's really tightened up that back, and they're very hard to score against. And yeah, they've actually been getting some points on the board. Morpay, he always likes to score against us when he was in his Brighton days as well. So that's another little thing we've got to watch out for. But yeah, I don't know. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw here. I don't feel that confident in winning, even though obviously I hope we do. Goodison's we always have difficulties winning there, so I'll go 1-1.
Look, I understand that there could be a little bit of history at the ground, but I think you've got too much quality across the pitch compared to them. I'm going to go for United win 2-1.
Tough one. United, obviously, I think individually a better team of players, no doubt. But also got to give credit to Everton and how resilient they've been. Like, their defense is the best in the league. Who would have thought a Frank Lampard team has the best defense? He's known for his attacking endeavours, but defensively, and it's not just because of that. Jordan Pickford and the goalkeeper's been outperforming his XG in terms of his stops and stuff. So they've been individually outperforming their metrics, so that's important as well. But yeah, they're finding some confidence. Connor Cody's been good. Dwight McNeil, obviously, they both scored to get their first Everton goals. There is a confidence collectively amongst the Toffees at the moment, and they are becoming a difficult team to beat. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how United bounce back. They scored 3 goals. That's impressive against City, but they would argue that they already scored 6, so the result was beyond doubt. A lot of pressure on United here. It's more pressure because Everton now, if they lose, people say, oh, that's just a bump in the road. We've still been really good. Whereas United, if they lose again or don't get a win, geez, that's all of a sudden now all that good capital that's slowly eroding. So I think they'll overcome that pressure. I still think United will get the job. And did you boys say 2-1? Is that correct?
I said 1-1. Scotty went 2-1.
You said 1-1? Yeah, look, I would like to go 1-1, but I strangely think this could be the end of Everton's unbeaten run. I think it'll be 2-1 to United as well.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting.
He's hoping.
I hope not.
Make sure for those of you watching that you smash that like button as well. Let's get the likes up. It's well below what we've got watching live at the moment. So make sure you chuck us a like. Helps get the video out there to a wider audience. The last one for the round is Nottingham Forest hosting Aston Villa. Forest for me, I don't know if there'll ever be a time when I tip them this season. And if I have already, I'm sure I apologise for it. But I think Villa will have too much for them. They sign way too many players for them to be a cohesive unit. And I think by the time they do become a cohesive unit with that chemistry, it's going to be too late all over Red Rover. So Aston Villa 2-1 for me. What about you, RJ?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Scott. Forest, they just don't look up to Premier League standard, unfortunately, due to those, bucket load of changes as you highlighted. And Aston Villa, disappointing not to get a win against 10-man Leeds, but they've been defensively pretty sturdy in recent times, so I don't expect them to be troubled too much and should have enough firepower to surely get past Forest here with all due respect. So I'll go 2-0 to the Villains.
All right, Robbie, last man.
3-0 Villains, and Steve Cooper will be out of a job after this week. Clip it.
Clip it. Let's make it a clip. Boys, we have predicted all of those rounds. We've recapped some of the Champions League action. Had a sneaky little talk about Arsenal and Manchester United in the Europa tomorrow. Big matches. I think you're playing like Omniron or something, and we're playing Bodo Glint. So I'm hoping that we can, get the Bodo Glint out of their eye with a big, big win. But boys, do you have any quick fires, or are you happy for me to start us off? Because I'm actually prepared for once.
Go on, Boogie. Since you're prepared, go for it.
I know. I was inspired by a game show I saw with Thierry Henry on it. So it's a who am I question. So you two will be going head to head. I'm going to read you a few clues. You've got to say your name and guess the footballer. If you get it wrong, you're out. All right? Who am I?
Do we have a buzzer, Scott? Sorry to interrupt.
Say your name.
Have a buzzer?
Just say your name, mate.
Cool.
I'm a Ballon d'Or winner. I played for 2 teams in the Serie A.
Rob.
Yep.
Ronaldinho.
Incorrect. Okay. I never won a major international cup, and I represented and captained the Czech Republic.
Oh, Rob. I'm out.
Nedved.
No. Oh, no.
It was RJ's turn. You got it wrong, mate. You were out. But that's okay. I don't think RJ knew.
No, honestly, he was the only one I knew that played for Juventus. I didn't even know who was the other team he played for. Serie A.
Oh, I don't know. Didn't he play Lazio, wasn't it?
Lazio.
Was it? But it was Nedved, the answer?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's who I would have said, but I only knew who Juventus he played for, to be fair.
Yeah, the boys are on it. Tom and George are on it. There you go.
Look George is like not allowed to play these games. George is like a walking encyclopedia.
We have similar haircuts too.
I would love to do one night, just a live stream, not looking at fixtures, but just going through like doing a football trivia. I reckon George would give it a good run. Boys, this is your next one. I've only got 2. This footballer retired in 2015. This player scored 33 goals in 97 international caps, is a 1-time World Cup winner, has won the Ballon d'Or, spent a little bit of time in prison, played alongside Mikel Arteta at one point, represented AC Milan, represented Barcelona, retired at Fluminense. Boys.
2015.
Played for PSG, Barcelona, AC Milan.
Oh,
Brazilian.
Ronaldinho.
Yes, there you go, Robbie.
Did he retire 2015, was it? Wow. It
Yeah,
was that long ago.
Yeah. There we
Yeah,
go.
because he was in prison FC. That's what kind of, I remember that.
I was on the
George.
born offside, wasn't it? Was that born offside?
No, it was they stitched Thierry Henry up on a show. It's Micah Richards, Carragher, and Henry, and they were stitching him up.
I seen the start of that when the chick introduced it, like Ballon d'Or, Champions League winner with Barcelona, Champions League winner, and you've had like 4 appearances in the Champions League or something. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're mine, boys. I had those two ready. I'll try and have a couple more for next Tuesday.
That was good, Borgie. I like that.
How good was the new Ronaldo documentary that's coming out? The real Ronaldo, the Brazilian one. Yeah. Looks
all right,
good.
You're up.
Robbie?
Me?
You.
Yeah, all right. I thought of you with this one, Borgie. What really irks you lately, or really? I remember you bring this up a couple of months ago, and then
how long
I keep thinking of you because every day I'll go mine first. Every day I've been coming home, and there's a certain corner. There's always traffic, and not one person will flash to let me in. I'm like, you're not going anywhere. It's like, just stop, flash your lights to let me in. I swear I'm gonna get out and just sledgehammer someone's car soon. That's how much it's given to me. So, anyway, that's my one. I don't know if you guys have got any.
Yeah, look, me, it's just rude people, mate, and people who hit and dash. So I stopped to get some fruit and veggies, not for me, clearly, for my child and wife. Came back to my car, and you boys know I love my little Subaru. I drove a shitbox Ford for so long that I love my car. I came in, and there's a massive, ding in my back passenger door. But the thing is, it's not even paint. There's not really even paint or scratches. It's almost as if either someone's stupid kid has fallen into my car and left a big ding, or someone, probably one of the born offside people, because they tried to tap me up, has come and just kicked my car door. So I've got a massive ding, and whoever did that, you grind my gears. And if I find you, I'm going to jump onto your bonnet, and you'll see what that looks like. That'll leave a mark.
It's getting violent here, boys. It's getting too violent here.
Yeah.
For me, it's for professional. It's more in the professional sense because, I'm a career office kind of guy. What annoys me is when people are, like you said, rude, impolite with the way they exchange comms. It's all like on email or in Teams chats when people are too straight to the point with something. So I'll deliberately go back and go over the top with how polite I am. Going to say, they won't even say, hi, RJ, or nothing. It'll just be like, tell me the status of X. And be like, hi, David. Hope you're keeping well. I'm doing pretty well. Thanks for asking. By the way, here's X. And I deliberately go above and beyond just to show them that. So, yeah,
I hate people like you. I don't say hello. I'm like, we're working. I don't need to say hello to you. Just give me what I need.
It's just courtesy, mate. Just a bit of courtesy. Relationship management, mate. That's why some of us are high flyer and some of us are in public sector like me. But in all seriousness, my question to you, I was inspired by something I saw on Twitter. Who would have thought Twitter inspired me for anything? But it was a modern football question. It was, what is the number one thing you dislike about modern day football?
Money.
What do you mean by that? Not a quick fire. Now you need to elaborate.
Yeah, no, I need to elaborate.
You need to elaborate on that because that's too vague of an answer.
Yeah, no, look, I don't like it because I don't think it's taking out the heart of football. It's taking out loyalty. There's no such thing as loyalty anymore. And we've seen from the 3 of our clubs, from us growing up in the golden generation, a lot more players would play for their club before they think about the paycheck. Now it's always, I think anyway, now a lot more players look for a paycheck more than traditional club or love or something like that. So a perfect example, like when City wanted Alexis Sanchez from Arsenal. We threw out the checkbook for him. He was all happy to go to City. Next minute, he's signing for us for $500,000 a week. I just don't like how it can change a player. Yeah, I'm going to get more money there. Just for me, it's a no-no. It's not a football thing. Yeah, I just don't like the money in the game these days. I just think it's crazy how players are worth, young players, if they're going to have a ceiling, they're worth 100 million now compared to go back in the days when like someone like a Ronaldo from us to Real Madrid was $90 million. And that was wow, what the hell just happened? Now people are going for 120, 200, Neymar, 225 million. That's crazy.
Yeah, fair call.
For
Scott?
me, yeah, and just quick good evening to my man Ray. Nice to see him on the channel. Welcome, Ray. Welcome. And definitely come on, you Gunners. Tom saying that the influence that big influencers have on their fan base. Yeah, fair enough.
What's the big deal? I haven't done anything wrong, Tom. Why are you being so mean to me for?
That's it. Look, for me, it's probably, I feel the game's over officiated. Now, like you guys know, I'm a big fan of like a big crunching but legal tackle. You can't get away with even hard tackles now. Like they blow the whistle, they stop the match. I feel the game is just over officiated. I'm not a fan of VAR, and I think that the second you slide as a defender, even if you hit them from the side and get the ball, or it seems clean, it's free kick straight away. So yeah, it would probably be that for me.
For me, yeah, then they're both very good. So I'd definitely put them up there because they are. I'm very much on that camp, particularly the second one. The officiating standards have just been corrupted and they really need fixing. But I'm going to throw in there the presence of online punditry or social media. I think that's really interfering my enjoyment of the game. And obviously the simple answer is don't engage with it. But the reality is it's the fastest way for us to consume information. So ironically, we hate lots of it, but we depend on it for us to be able to fuel conversation. But I think that's actually it can be a toxic way of interfering with the game, particularly when fans represent certain fans and they decide, or players, and they attack each other within certain clubs, or when people don't even have a constructive conversation. So social media, I think, is a real stain on modern day football. So yeah.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Got one more, boys, quickly. A saying you like to use.
Oh yeah, that's an easy one for me. Every time I'm at work, people always say, "How you going?" or "How's that?" I always just reply, "Living the dream." That's it. That's my thing. Living the dream, man. If you got air in your lungs, you got food in the fridge, you're living the dream, man.
Do you got any?
Yep, be good or be good at it.
Yeah, I use that one a lot too. My other one I like to use is if you don't shoot, you won't score. So I like to use that.
The Wayne Gretzky one, or isn't it? Like you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Boys, on that inspirational and thrilling note, we are going to wrap this evening's show up. We will be back again on Tuesday night talking about Arsenal, Liverpool, Everton, Manchester United, and all of the narratives that are sure to unpack over the weekend. So we look forward to seeing you on Tuesday. And make sure you smash the like button on the way out. Boys, any closing words?
Robbie?
Be good or be good at it. I'll take the words out of RJ's mouth.
Come on, you Blues.
All right, everyone, take care, enjoy your football, and look after yourselves.
Ciao.